with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden picking her and whatnot. I remember some time ago that you and Andrew both wrote an article about this, and I think you did a couple of videos as well, where you made a observation thinking that maybe the Democrats are looking to blow this election to get 4 more years of Trump, build up their voter.
Yeah.
Do you think this could be a part of it with Kamala Harris?
Yes, I believe that. I can't prove it 100%, but I believe this because I remember when McCain ran against Obama and McCain lost, right? And McCain was a terrible pick for optics' sake, and he moved around like a robot, and he was just kind of like another George Bush. But then the Republicans picked Romney, and you had a bunch of people saying, well, Romney's going to win because he's this, he looks like a guy that you see at your local tennis club.
Yeah.
And he picked Paul Ryan, and he was this young guy who did P90X. So, obviously a lot of Americans are going to pick him. Now, I knew that Romney was going to lose, and I told everyone that I knew that Romney is going to lose. And I remember we did posts on how he was not electable and that Obama was going to win. Now, how did I know this? I knew this for one reason and one reason only, and that is something called charisma. It's like this. Elections and human interaction are no different. They're no different. Everything in life is about energy. Everything in life is about charisma. Everything in life is about your intention and what you're feeling at that moment. So if you have a conversation with people in just normal life, but you have positive energy and they can feel it and they know it, then the conversation is going to be good. It's going to continue on. Romney didn't have that. He spoke like an economics professor. He talked a lot about the economy. Every answer he gave, he tried to divert the subject to the economy. And plus, another thing that you have to remember is that Obama at that point only served 4 years. So Americans, 4 years isn't a long time. It goes by very fast.
Oh, yes.
So Americans usually give you a second chance. So they said, well, we'll give Obama another 4 years. And the Republicans, I think, were okay with that because they wanted Obama there for another 4 years. Because look at what happened during Obama's second term. You had ISIS. You had all these numerous terrorist attacks that took place. You had that nightclub, Pulse nightclub shooting that took place. You had San Bernardino. Was it San Bernardino? Yeah,
San Bernardino.
Yeah, you had all that stuff taking place. You had the Marine Recruitment Center getting shot up. You had all these things taking place. These were perfect stories for the Republicans to make Obama look bad. And that's what they wanted. They wanted 4 years of that. Because it was obvious that the you-know-what was going to hit the fan in the Middle East. When they pulled the troops out, it was obvious what was going. Everyone knew that was going to happen. Everyone knew. I knew that. Everybody who knows anything about the Middle East, or just anything about how vacuums work, when you make a vacuum, there's always some sort of power struggle that takes place. This has been going on for thousands of years. So it was very obvious that was going to happen. So they wanted that to happen under Obama's watch.
Yeah.
It's like the economy. People knew that the economy was going to erupt in 2008. Well, they had that happen under Obama's watch. So it was like, okay, we have 8 years of a Democrat. Now here's another point. Another reason why I think Biden is going to lose. Because a lot of bad and destructive things happened under Obama's administration. So all Trump has to say, and he's already been saying this, all he has to say is, well, if you get Biden, you're just going to have another 4 years of Obama. Why would you want that?
Yeah, it's almost too easy to give him his battle plan.
So another thing also is, the Democrats, they pick, they have a terrible, terrible pick. They got this Biden guy. It's just a terrible pick. Looks like he has dementia. He doesn't know how to talk that very well. He doesn't have a lot of energy. Even if you look at his ads, he doesn't talk with a lot of fluidity.
No.
He's just very off. And Trump, as far as his way of talking goes, as far as his energy goes, he's and a lot better of a position than Biden. So the Democrats, they really pick a really crappy candidate. And they got this Kamala Harris woman who looks like she's a principal at an inner city school, and
Yeah.
and she doesn't have the appeal that a lot of the demographic that would vote likes. She doesn't have that. It's like having, I mean, listen, I don't want to sound like discriminatory here, but it's just the reality. It's like having someone who looks like Michelle Obama become the president, as a vice president. It's just not going to work. There is such a thing as how you look. Like, looks appeal to people, obviously. And so there is a look that people, especially the voting demographic, associates with being presidential. And you got to have a certain. Even Obama had a look. Like, he had a walk. He kind of danced when he walked. He had a sense of humor. Like, he had a lot of good qualities for appearing presidential. And Trump also has that, to a certain extent. But Biden doesn't have that, and Kamala Harris doesn't have that.
No, and you look at all these other candidates that they were looking at, like AOC and Ilhan Omar and that what's her name from out of Michigan, Tlaib. You guys mentioned this you mentioned this in a video as well, but notice how they all have that, and maybe this is just the camera hitting them at the wrong time, but they have that look where they have those faces of like.
Yes. Optics is everything, and when you have someone who, like AOC, I mean, her real name is what's her first name?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or Ocasio?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Ocasio, okay.
She looks like something from the Lord of the Rings, and every time, I mean, she's kind of cute though. She's not bad looking. She has kind of like a mouse look, but every photo of her, it looks like she's a mouse that got caught in the mouse trap, and she,
it's true.
And every time you see a photo of her, it's always that she got her teeth sticking out and the eyes are wide open. And the media, even the liberal media, they pick these photos. They know how people are going to react. And plus, Ocasio-Cortez, she's not very sharp. I've seen some of her live streams, and she doesn't look like someone who's very sharp, even though they say that she discovered a star or something. I mean, she may be good in astronomy, but, I mean, as far as politics goes, she doesn't seem like she's very sharp. And